Hello everyone, welcome to this Windows channel, and this is a quick update to Windows 10. And also I've got a few questions from users concerning where we're at, and is there still going to be like 2 updates this year. Well, what we know right now is that we're still at the first or second week of April for Creators Update release. It seems that this will pretty much hold, so that's the interesting part of Windows 10 Creators Update. Now, if we think about that, that means we're a month and a half away. So a month and a half away means that it is kind of close. In a month and a half, that means that in a month, maybe less, we should also, in the insider preview ring, have the official RTM, or what's released to manufacturing, which doesn't exist anymore as a brand or a name, but it we still use that naming. So that means that we're getting into, of course, on the insiders for bug fixes mostly. As for the creators update, it of course shows that we're getting to the next big thing. This will be, of course, the last Windows update that apparently, or the last big Windows 10 feature update that will be as big and as huge, and will be a complete reinstall of Windows 10 if you want for Windows 10. That means after Creators Update, if all is going like it's supposed to, we should have incremental updates instead of huge big update. That means when a new feature or when new features roll out, there will be just features that will be updated and not the whole operating system. And that's what we hope, and that's pretty much what we understand of what Microsoft and everybody's saying at the Windows 10 team there. But the problem is, will that be the case? Because Microsoft, we all know from what they talk about and what they say and what is actually the case when it's there, often is two different things. As for the second update, yes, we are still thinking that there's an update somewhere in October or November of this year. And that's, of course, if it doesn't get pushed back, because until now, pretty much every major update has been pushed back a little bit. Now, Creators Update was supposed to be around March. It's now April. It seems to hold at April, so we'll cross our fingers and hope that it stays there. But that means next big feature updates will be October, November, if it's not pushed back. Of course, if we look at features that are coming in Creators Update, well, we can see here a little bit of things. If we go into the insider preview that I have here, of course, new gaming center. There will be new hologram or maybe virtual reality settings here. Lots of the settings that were still in control panel being pushed here in the Windows settings panel. All in the eventual possibility that everything will be in the settings panel and control panel will be gone from Windows 10. But we're still far off from that. It's not going to be this year. Maybe next. It's coming slowly. Also, of course, Edge is getting new features with its option to set aside tabs, and also making it easier to export and import favorites, and all its web standards. Also, the fact that, of course, we're getting more and more of extensions from the store, so all sorts of little things like that are making this interesting. Project Neon, which really promises to make your experience of Windows much better with many, many more, customization options. So, we're getting there. We're getting to a Windows 10 that has more and more features, more and more little things that might, make everybody interested in upgrading. Of course, in the number, because that's the big thing. Microsoft hasn't updated that 400 million number since last September. So that's kind of interesting, because we're wondering, okay, they haven't upgraded that number. We're still if we estimate that there's a computer world that actually did a little article on this, and they estimate that we're anywhere from 420 to 460 million. But it's kind of hard to really know, and it's all based on the fact that there's 1.5 billion computers running Windows, which might not be the case anymore. So these are all little things that we know that we have to think about. But we're getting in the long haul now of mostly bug fixes, and that's probably if you're on the Windows Insiders channel. Actually, I'll have an article on that today, or a little video. We're in the long haul of bug fixes, and that's mostly what's coming up now to the Windows 10 operating system for the insiders. And of course, as soon as we do get the release of the official Creators Update, I'll of course have a full review of it, talking about every little details of what's new or what's not, and all of that. So are there things missing here? Yes. One of the major issues right now is the fact that we are not going to have the famous social side of the peoples. It's like there was supposed to be this new way of interacting with your friends and family, and that was one of the major features announced last year in the different conferences that and the different videos that we've seen of Windows 10, and that is a major feature that will be missing. So they're having a little more problems having that, but it should be ready later this year, which means that you'll be able to interact a lot more with your friends and family through Windows 10. Apart from that, of course, there's updates of all sorts of little things, like for example, if we look at the security panel, there's a new security panel in the Windows 10 operating system. That new security panel will of course be interesting to look at. It will it's supposed to really make things a little better. So we'll see what happens with that, basically. And of course, the new security center panel, which is a little bit like this here, as you see here. This is what it's going to look like. It's supposed to be a little easier to control your security and everything. So we're a month and a half away approximately to the release of Creators Update, and things are moving ahead. And if you want to see more of the new features and more of the stuff that's coming with that, I think head on to my Windows 10 Insiders channel, where we're going to talk about some of the features and stuff throughout the next days and weeks. And also our new show, which is a Windows Insider Hour that we have on that channel. So that's pretty much where we are at right now, and lots of promises, gaming speed and everything with the new gaming bar and the gaming mode, which right now does not give us much on performance, but we'll see. Creators Update isn't there yet. There's still some bug fixes. There's still some tweaking going around. We don't expect many more features right now. Even there's rumors that features are not going to be now added to. But we'll see, depending on the insider previews we get. That's what they said last week, and we had a few new features, but we shouldn't have many features now. So that's the state of where we are at as we're rolling through Windows 10 for the Creators Update, coming of course in waves. That's how it's going to be done once again. And there's still people that still are not on Anniversary Update, so it gives you an idea of how long this can take. There's still some people, a small percentage of people, not on the Anniversary Update yet, so they're taking their time in order to not break anything. And I think Anniversary Update also did show them that there are some things that you need to do to make sure that it's not gonna break computers and make people mad. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe, give us thumbs up. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, let us know, and hopefully you will continue watching our videos. And so thank you for following us on this Windows 10 channel, and don't forget, you can go on to the Insiders channel if you want to have more details.